Hi, Donald. Thank you for being here today with us. We would like to hear your inspirational story. I know we have too many things to talk today. You are a legend for your students. I know this. So I would like to hear from you the story. So let's start, Donald. Can you please tell us who are you and then what are you doing? And because I know your title is, I have too many things. I see too many things in your title, but I would like to hear from you who you are and what are you doing?
So I'm a master machinist by trade, and I taught at the LSC, the local community college, and then I had an opportunity to teach at the high school college or at the high school. So
Nice.
I jumped and I went to the high school, and I teach ninth through 12th graders, and we're focused on trades, doing SolidWorks, which is one of the industry standards for manufacturing, and we're when I first started. I didn't have, I only had 4 classes at one school, and then I went to another school. That lasted 1 year. And now I have 6 classes at one school with a waiting list for students to get in and learn SolidWorks and engineering and manufacturing.
Amazing. But I wonder how your journey started with SolidWorks, how you met SolidWorks.
I started using SolidWorks early 90s in manufacturing when I was on the floor. And it was the main platform for making my parts, taking the wireframe, turning it into CNC programs. And then I was programming for the whole shop.
Yes. And then you decided to share your knowledge with students, correct?
Correct. Well,
Yes.
there's a shortage of machinists, and it was a perfect opportunity to take my skills, bring it into the high school, and maybe get some interest with the upcoming students and see what they like. And maybe they'll go into engineering, maybe they'll go into manufacturing, but just to give them a better idea of what is out there if they try. And getting the certifications to them is a huge thing. So we have our on our in our classroom we have our wall of fame. Well,
Yes, I saw it. It's beautiful. Yeah. How many certifications you there on that wall?
there's over 186 on the wall, and because we're going to 7 hours next year, is a bonus because now I get another engineering class. So the 200 and some kids that may be on a waiting list, it's going to open those doors for them to come in and learn. But we're gonna do is we're making big plaques, and then I'm gonna engrave and brass their name and the year that they got their certifications, because I can put more of those on the wall than I can picture frames. I've just ran out of room.
It is so amazing because I see that you are actually encourage them to show their SolidWorks abilities with the certification. It's very important for them to know that and then to spend some time to get the certification. But may I ask you why you choose SolidWorks? Because there are other softwares too. So I would like to have a better understanding the reasons you choose SolidWorks.
I liked it better than AutoCAD. It's a personal preference as a machinist. I've used both. Started out with CAD key, did the SurfCam, did the different cam works. SolidWorks was more user friendly. It was easier to convert it into a wireframe to be able to put it into my programming for the CNCs. It communicated better, it worked better, and once I figured it out, I mean, it just was really it is by far the best software in the world, I think.
Yeah, it's great to hear. I mean, as a SolidWorks employee, I know, but it's great to hear from you. And I wonder what the students are thinking after they get certification. They must feel so powerful. What they say to you.
Well, they do, and they really get excited. Sometimes they get emotional too. Even if they fail, it's a good thing. Because I tell them, hey, now we know what we need to work on. Maybe it's just part of the assembly. Maybe it's part of your design. How are you putting your orientation in with the part? There's so many different variables that it could be. Um, but hey, success isn't that you failed. Success is going back at it and then retaking that test and passing. And then when you see their smiles and you see that big excitement grin, and then they get to see their name on the wall, that's huge.
Of course, it is huge. It's huge. So, what they're expecting more from the future after they work with you, and then when they get certified with SolidWorks?
Well, one of my students, so last year I had a student who got the six advanced professional certifications and he took the expert test. He passed.
Wow.
Okay, so he turned down a job making $72,000 a year right out of high school because he wanted to go to Winona to get another degree so he could be more in that six figure. It's giving them a drive because they can see they can make money, and maybe it's not making a video game, but it's kind of like a video game. Are you going to let this format beat you? I don't think so. So you got to just keep encouraging them and let them grow, let them learn. I mean, it's impressive what they can do.
It
Um,
is.
they
It
want to
is.
they want to make a chessboard. Okay, design the pieces. They designed them, we 3D printed them, and now we're going to be milling them. It's just all part of that manufacturing, following that career path. This is how we take a design, this is how we prototype it. Now we're going to try it for production. You know, does it meet the print standards? And go from there.
It's incredible. I mean, it's so excited to hear it because I know, we 90% of employers are looking for SolidWorks knowledge when they are looking for an employee. And but now to hear it from you, even from the high school graduated student getting offer for $72,000 per year is a huge thing. And it's still good that he wants to still improve himself and then continue to educate him. It's amazing.
It
Uh,
is. It is. I mean,
yeah.
he is by far my star so far, but I have two ninth graders who have three professional certifications already. So here's the other thing. You look at in a full year, they're going to get about 150 hours doing SolidWorks. If they do all 4 years, that's 600 hours of doing SolidWorks. When they go into the work field, they're going to have some actual honest time in the advanced materials making SolidWorks parts. So there's absolutely nothing they shouldn't be able to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's amazing. I'm sure they really appreciate to you your time and your teaching skills. But I wonder, Donald, I mean, what would you suggest to other teachers? Because all the teachers wants to be unforgettable one, and they always want to help their students. So, what is your advice for those teachers?
Keep going, do not stop. I really believe, and I meet with a lot of teachers in different groups, and we talk about this. You know, if it's SolidWorks is what the local manufacturers need, then teach SolidWorks. Teach them what they need, so they don't have to leave our community and they can grow in our community. We're going to build our population. They're not going to have to move halfway across the world to be able to do what they love. I just think you gotta keep going and you gotta try because the outcome and the smiles, it means everything.
It must be. So you said now you have 7 classes.
Correct.
Correct? So how many hours per week you teach them?
Well, currently I have six.
Mm-hmm.
I have 6 full hours, but I
Oh,
have 5 hours of SolidWorks.
wow.
So
It
I
must
have
be.
the basics and then I have advanced. I have 6 hours of classes, but I have 14 classes that I'm teaching because some of my SolidWorks, if they're doing additive manufacturing, if they're doing sheet metal, if they're doing simulation, those are a class in itself. I've taken and I've written syllabus that are based on the outcomes of what SolidWorks wants, to help the students on their path as they're gaining another certification.
Great. So how did you find that idea to put all the certifications on the wall in the class?
Well, one of my students, when he got his first certification, he goes, "Do you think we could post it?" And I'm like, why don't we put it on the wall so everybody can see what you did? And that's how it started.
Amazing, amazing. I will definitely post that picture to our social media channels as well with this interview because it's very impressive for as a teacher for you, I'm sure, and for students and for us because we proud of them as well. It's I'm a marketing person, but I have my CSWA as well because I wanted to learn SolidWorks. But I to share this knowledge with many people around the world. This is very good. So Donald, do you have anything to add to our teachers, students, anyone who watch us today?
I think that everybody who uses SolidWorks really needs to go to mysolidworks.com. They really need to use the lesson plans. They need to use the PDFs that are available because all of that really helps and the knowledge that the students are learning to be able to see it to kind of work through a part as they're figuring things out. I mean, I really believe the tools that you have set up work absolutely outstanding. I mean, again, we have an expert out of our school. I have three more students that are on track to take the expert certification, and again, I mean, I'm tickled pink because I just think it's so cool that they're doing it in high school. I wish I could have done it in high school, you know?
Yes, of course, and it's a great chance for them, and I'm glad they know what does it mean, because they convinced to have the certification, which is not so easy. So they need to spend time, they need to spend on energy, but it's great in that age. They know the value, they understand, and thanks to you actually to make it happen.
Well, thank you, but it's all the kids. I mean, I'm just there to make sure they have what they need to do it, and then I just guide them along.
It's amazing, Donald. So thank you very much for this information you provide us today, and thank you for your time. It was great to meet you.
Well, and thank you very much too. It's actually an honor to have somebody ask about what the students are doing, and now it's how do we take it to the next step? How do we make it a SolidWorks school?
Oh,
We have all
yeah.
these other schools. Let's make it a SolidWorks school. You
Very
know.
true. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, we have too many things for the future to, to prepare students, also for cloud solutions and everything what's going to happen soon in the world because the world is changing. And of course, as Dassault System SolidWorks, we have too many solutions for them. SolidWorks is our solution which works on desktop, but we have other solutions on the cloud. So students can do data collaboration. They can communicate with their friends on the platform. They can do product management, they can do project management, they can do anything. They can do simulation, they
Right.
can do manufacturing. So they can do anything on the cloud solutions. And absolutely, I agree with you. So now it's time to think the next steps, what we can do for students for the future. So maybe Donald, you and I, we can work on the new certification, which is about 3D experience platform to certify the students who already certified with SolidWorks. Why not?
I'm all for it.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm in. We'll get her
Okay.
set up. We can do this. I'll meet with you any day to anything I can do that's going to benefit the kids. You know, again, I totally believe in the product, the platform. It's user friendly. It is what it is. It is by far the best program that is out there. I may be biased because of a machining background, and you could be biased because you work for them, but it truly is a great product. And I'm glad that the school has teamed up with SolidWorks to enhance our program.
Very true. Very true. Thank you very much, Donald, for your time.